John,
Don't be laughing. It's a special night,
like
Paul.
it.
Okay.
John, on a special night in which this franchise celebrated its past in some ways, we also see another promising glimpse of the future in what this team can do under a big spotlight and a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I loved that we had enough adversity in that game in front of 18,000 people or whatever the sellout number is. What is the sellout number, John?
1907.
Oh my God! Good thing you didn't tell me that before the game. Then I'd be more nervous. But no, we had a 3-1 lead. We give up 2 goals and it goes 3-3. And we had the third period. We get the lead and we just went into shutdown mode. It wasn't that we didn't generate chances, but we made sure we took care of business. Our guys didn't get rattled in the atmosphere. I mean, they wanted it. They've been through plenty of situations where you press and you want it too bad. There was a great balance to our intensity and it didn't rattle our focus. The energy went and it was productive. There were moments early on where we had a little bit of anxiety and a little bit too much energy. So I don't want to talk too much about a glimpse into the future, but I'm very happy the way our guys handled potential pressure, even missing empty nets late in the game. It didn't rattle them. There was no banging your stick. There was no theatrics and drama. It was just stay on objective, and I love that. And so, that's something that has to continue. That's something we'll continue to push, and the effort obviously was great. And I do know that's what we have to do each and every day.
Do you feel the players grabbed that momentum, though, from the ceremony? I mean, they looked like they did. I mean, the way you guys came out, scored, and took a 3-1.
There is no question the players fed off of that crowd. There's no doubt. The energy in that building, I mean, they knew the fans were coming. The history, we saw, for all of us, not from Buffalo here with this privilege, honor of being here and being part of the Sabres. You know the history. You've watched it from a distance. You've put a jersey on and practiced every day, waiting and hoping to feel what you could feel tonight, before the puck dropped even. And our guys fed off that. They knew the crowd was going to be big. They knew you fill this building with Sabre fans, and there's going to be energy. And our guys, in anticipation for that, were ready and thrived on it.
Coach, you mentioned tonight was a special night. When did you become familiar with Rick Jeanneret and who he was as a
long before I knew who Rick Jeanneret was, I knew that voice. You grew up as a hockey fan. I grew up in Chicago, and I can remember, when we played games in the basement or the backyard, you did the simulcast. You played and you announced it as you played, and he was one of the iconic play-by-play guys that we as kids, we emulated goals that we scored in the basement being called by Rick, and that was really special for me to be a part of this tonight, and I wouldn't be wearing this if it wasn't for Rick.
Do you feel it at the end, too? I mean, the energy was just as good at the end. Hardly anybody left.
Yeah.
And you guys are trying to close out that game, and that energy seemed to me like it was just as high then. Are your guys feeding off that then?
Yeah.
They're trying to close it out, too?
They absolutely, in a good way. I mean, that energy, you guys have covered sports. That energy can be really, adverse energy and pressure in the form of pressure. And I was really most excited that it wasn't. It was real positive energy tonight. That our guys, they got better. They knew what to do at the end of that game to win it. So, we made the right things, the right decisions, the right plays. And stayed on it. There was no doubt or wavering, and that was pretty nice to watch as a coach. I know I've been stuck in this parking lot after games, so I thank the fans for staying, because I know I've been stuck in those lots. I think, Mike, where you work, it took me an hour one night to get out of there. So that in itself, having some history coming to games here. It was neat to see everybody stay in the building and stay after for Rick's celebration.
And
You see that when you have a lifelong Sabres fan like Alex Tuck escorting him out and see all the guys gather in really kind of an organic moment. What was that like to just be part of it?
I love it that it was an organic moment. Just love it. Nothing planned. I almost ran into Rick, like literally ran into him walking off the bench, turning around watching our guys, and that wouldn't have been pretty. And Rick's right there, so it was it made the night even more special.
Tage hits 30 goals. I mean, that's obviously such a significant number in hockey. Just what does it illustrate about his development that he's taken this year to reach that path?
Yeah, it's. I'm as excited as he is. I think and I think he will tell you that as excited as he is, he knows he can do more, and I feel the same way. So, great night to hit it. It's a number. It's a round number at the end, so I guess that makes it special. But he knows he can keep scoring, and he knows he will, and we feel the same way as coaching staff. And it's just let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to 31.
Don, RJ said that he wouldn't just be surprised if you guys don't make the playoffs next year. He said he'd be disappointed. Peyton Krebs said it's really nice to know that he believes in us. What does that mean to have somebody like RJ say that about a team that you're coaching?
Yeah, I mean, I can't get. I love RJ. Obviously, he's it's amazing, but my mind just can't go there. There's so much work ahead that we need to focus on, and I'm happy that RJ's excited. I'm happy that RJ loves, enjoys what he sees out of our guys. But we're still day to day here, and we have to. You look at our schedule: Florida, Carolina, Toronto. I think they're Tampa this week. So, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Yeah.
Thanks, Don.